This is 5-Minute Power Platform, where I'm doing short experiments in Dynamics Flow, Power Apps, and more. And today we have a special guest, ServiceNow. So this is the first of two videos. In the first video, I'm going to just simply trigger when a contact is created in Dynamics 365 to create an incident for that contact in ServiceNow. In the second video, we'll do some more querying to make sure that the user doesn't or does exist in ServiceNow and take special actions on that. But this first one, we'll keep it simple. So what we're going to do is create a flow that when a new contact is created in Dynamics, a corresponding incident for that contact is created in ServiceNow. So let's start by going to Flow, and we'll create a new flow. And then we'll select the trigger when a new record is created in Dynamics so that we can make this fire when a new contact is created. Once it's connected to Dynamics, we'll pull down our Dynamics instance, and let's type in our entity, contacts, and then we'll add in our ServiceNow connection. It's going to pull that up, select ServiceNow, create record. We're going to create a new incident. So we're going to name our connection, put in our instance name, grab that from ServiceNow, and username and password. And that should instantiate our ServiceNow connection. And from there, then we'll be able to identify an incident. So now we can see the fields for the instance. Let's go start mapping Dynamics contact fields to the incident. So we'll start by open by. So we'll put in the full name of the person as the person that opened this ticket. Then we'll go down to priority. Priority are integers in ServiceNow, and then urgency is also integers. So we'll put in a 2 there. Now there's another field for contact type. And there's 4 values here on the form. There's another one that's not shown that I think is probably more appropriate for this type of auto-created incident. So let's look at the table values here for contact type. And we'll see there's another value here for virtual agent. Let's take that value, virtual_agent, and we'll put that in here as the contact type so that'll get populated for our incidents. And then most importantly is the short description field. So let's say we're going to establish building access for the person requesting access, or the person who's getting created as a contact record. So we'll put in their full name there. So with that, let's save it, and then we can run a test. So I'll mark it that I'll perform the trigger action, but before we start it, I'm going to go create the contact record. It doesn't like to wait too long for that trigger. And so we'll create a contact here, Bill Williamson. We'll add in a fake email address for Mr. Williamson. And then we'll say save and test, and then go back over to Dynamics and save our new contact in order to trigger the action. Now we watch our flow. And if all goes well, we'll see 2 green check marks. Detected the contact, all that data looks good. And now we look at the record, and we can see the record that was created in ServiceNow. And there it is, established building access for Bill William, set as contact type virtual agent and with the urgency and priority that we set. So one of the things you'll see is that the caller field on the incident is blank, and we populated that with the full name of the contact record, but that contact doesn't exist as a user in ServiceNow. And so we have a required field on the incident that's now blank. And so we'll take this to the next step, and let's make our flow look up our contact by email address, see if they exist in ServiceNow, and then either create them or reference them. So this is shown connecting to ServiceNow and creating a new record based upon a Dynamics trigger in about 4 minutes. In the second part, you can see querying ServiceNow and responding to the data that you get there.